So let's get started here. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you now the Director of the California Department of Motor Vehicles, Gene Shiamoto.
Thank you, Jaime. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us as we mark a milestone in our partnership with Donate Life. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the Donate Life Board of Directors and their staff, and those of you attending today. It has been extremely rewarding for the Department of Motor Vehicles to be part of an organization that helps save the lives of fellow Californians and helps improve the lives of many others. In fact, some of those individuals are part of our own DMV family. Our employees are organ donors and recipients. Our partnership with Donate Life California is personal. Here at headquarters, DMV employee Melissa Barragan, who works in the Registration Operations Division, is on dialysis and waiting for a kidney transplant. And she's over here, and you'll hear from her in a moment. You'll also hear from Alfonso Garcia, a liver recipient, and you'll hear from the organ donor's mother, Connie Mays, whose son registered at a DMV field office to become an organ donor. Alfonso Garcia is the recipient of Connie Mays' son's liver. So during the past 10 years, DMV has teamed up with Donate Life to help register more than 13.2 million organ, eye, and tissue donors. 95% of those donors signed up at one of our DMV field offices. We currently average about 20,000 registrations each week. This is an amazing numbers when you hear this. When you visit one of our DMV field offices to renew or apply for a driver's license or identification card, you have the opportunity to become an organ donor. It's really easy. You can sign up by simply checking, yes, I want to be an organ and tissue donor on your driver's license or identification card application or renewal form. When you receive your driver's license or identification card, it will have a pink dot on it, indicating that you are an organ donor. As you can see over there, a sample of our driver's license. Anyone can become a potential organ donor regardless of age, ethnicity, or medical history. Do you know that right now, there are nearly 22,000 Californians waiting for an organ transplant? And this is their only remaining medical option. You can make a difference next time you visit one of our DMV offices by simply checking yes on your driver's license or identification card application or renewal form. To learn more about Donate Life California's program, it is my pleasure to introduce Donate Life CEO Eric Birch.
Thank you, Director. Our partnership has been truly wonderful, and we look forward to incredible years to come. We've crunched the numbers. Stand back a little bit here. Crunched the numbers. Registered organ, eye, and tissue donors in California have saved nearly 7,000 lives and helped heal an estimated 600,000 more. I'll repeat that. More than 600,000 lives have been saved and healed by registered organ, eye, and tissue donors in the 10 years of our partnership with the DMV. As we know, the DMV has supported organ donation long since before there was a registry. The DMV started issuing pink dot stickers and donor cards in 1976, but those were symbols of intent only. When we launched the Donate Life California Organ and Tissue Donor Registry in 2005, for the first time, Californians could give formal legal consent for donation, but our website was the only way to sign up. That changed on July 1st, 2006. On that day, the DMV began taking driver's license and asking driver's license and ID customers to join our registry. And instead of issuing stickers that would wear off over time, the DMV began printing the pink donor dot on driver's license and ID cards, making the decision to donate life truly stick. Had to throw that in. Since then, and you heard Director Shiamoto say it, more than 13.2 million people have registered to be donors. And each and every one of those registrations is important because less than 1% of people who die are able to save lives through organ donation. And California has the largest organ transplant waiting list in the nation. unfortunately also with the most deaths while waiting transplants. All too often, families say no to donation because they don't know what their loved one would have wanted. Registering to be an organ donor erases any doubt and ensures one's wishes will be honored. Each donor can save 8 people through organ donation and heal and improve the lives of up to 50 others. We do have the largest donor registry in the United States, but only about 45% of Californians are registered. The DMV is helping us change that. This partnership gives the power to donate California and the power to to donate life, and has made it easy for Californians to say yes. Each year our registry grows and we're saving more lives. Director Shimoto, will you join me? 10 years ago, when this all began, our board president at the time compared the launch of our partnership to a wedding. The traditional 10-year wedding anniversary gift is either tin or aluminum. So we took our 10-year anniversary logo and printed it on this plaque for you. It's aluminum, by the way. So on behalf of all of us at Donate Life California and the Donate Life community, I present this as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, I'd like to introduce you to Alfonso Garcia and Connie Mays. They're a family linked in a special way. Alfonso is alive today thanks to an organ donor hero, Connie's son. Connie, Alfonso.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Donate Life California. Thank you, DMV, for inviting us to this very special occasion. 6.5 years ago, I was seemingly a normal, healthy young adolescent, in high school, working towards my aspirations of one day boxing and, let me just raise the mic, boxing and attending college in the future. When all of a sudden I felt ill, and I ended up in the hospital, and I received the worst news that I could ever receive at that age. Doctors at UCSF had told me that I only had 48 hours left to live, and I needed a liver transplant to save my life. There was no other way in order for me to continue living. It was such a emotional moment in my life that during one of the procedures, I even consulted my father, and I told him to please request a priest for my last rites, because as a family we thought this was it, and it was really heartbreaking to see my mother and father struggle through these moments as they were losing their son. But thankfully, within 24 hours, I received the greatest news of my life, but also bittersweet, knowing that there was another family in anguish as well, as they may have been losing a member of their family. I was told that I would receive a liver transplant from a young man who was 22 years old, and that had just passed away. And at that moment, he had saved my life. Through it all, through my recovery, it was, every day I thought about my donor, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to recover. I wouldn't have been able to continue in high school. And today, just some of those, milestones that I've been able to accomplish since then. I've been able to graduate from high school. Just this past May, I was able to graduate from college at the University of San Francisco with honors, and those have been moments that that will stick with me forever. And in the next coming month, I get to see my older brother get married, and these are things that every time I think about them, I think about my donor and that extended time that I've been able to receive because of my liver transplant. And it so happened that after a year of that transplant, I met my donor family. And it was the greatest moment of my life to be able to meet my donor family and thank them personally for the gift of their son. And so I'd love to introduce, it's a great honor to always introduce my donor mother, Connie Mays, whose son, George Becker, saved my life. And every day I live in their memory. I think about them, and anything from here, from then and forward in my life is in honor of their family and their son, George Becker. Connie, if I may.
Wow. Love you, Alfonso. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 6.5 years ago. It was a Thursday, and we were in the hospital, told that my son was not going to make it, and that we needed to say goodbye. Little did we know at that time there was this family in the Bay Area also saying goodbye to their son. And when the donor services people came in to speak with George's dad and I, they were so gracious, so beautiful, so kind, so loving, and asked if George was a donor. And the reason they asked is because at that time, when he registered to be an organ donor, he got the little pink sticker dot for his license. But he did register when he was 16 years old, and we knew that. And so it was easy for us. Well, it certainly wasn't easy for us. But when they asked, about him being a donor, we said, well, he was. That's what George wanted. Fast forward. Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about George real quickly, if I can. 22 years old, beautiful, as a mom. I mean, what can I say? The most beautiful son I could have ever asked for. Funny, kind, bratty, smart, just a great, great young man. I am so proud of him. I remember a quick little conversation, and it was quick. When he was about to get his driver's license, we were in the kitchen, and for some reason my license was laying out, and I had the sticker and the little card. And he asked me about that. And I explained to him that, I was, I believed that, if I died, that I would want other people's lives to be saved if possible. And he said, cool, me too. I mean, that was it from a 16-year-old boy. And I'm so being touched like this by organ donation. Completely changed my mind, even more so to be, just to be so closely touched by it, and to see, watch Alfonso grow up, really. He was 17 when we met, right? The same age my daughter is now. And I'm just super honored to be here today. It's been quite a journey. And when we got to meet this family, let me tell you, I'm not kidding. They rolled out the red carpet for us. We got to their house, and I was so nervous. I was so nervous to meet Alfonso. I had heard that there was a boy. When we were still in the hospital with my son, I heard that there was a boy, and there were others. But the boy stuck in my heart, wondering if he was okay, wondering if they were all okay. But for some reason, this boy, this man now, was in my heart. And when we got to meet, oh my gosh, it's hard to put into words. Honestly, it's really, really hard to put into words. The gratitude, the love we have. We have a big old family now, way bigger family than we had before. And I'm just grateful. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
those of us who work here at the Department of Motor Vehicles always consider ourselves a huge extended family, and we're here to support one another. As our director, Shiamoto, mentioned just a little while ago, one of our own is in need of an organ transplant, Melissa Barragon. She started here with us 10 years ago, and then a couple of years ago got the devastating news that she needed a transplant, and now she is waiting. It's much better for you to hear it from her than from me, so please welcome Melissa. Melissa, would you join me?
Good morning. My name is Melissa Berrigan. I'm a DMV employee. I'm currently a single mother with 2 young children. Currently awaiting a life-saving kidney. Before I became sick, I devoted my time to my children. We enjoyed trips out of town, family parties, and evenings at the park. Being sick on a daily basis is a constant battle. It takes energy for me, which means less time spending with my children. Having to work full-time, be a full-time mother, and self-administer dialysis 9 hours every night is very exhausting. It has really taken a toll on my health, my energy, my job, as well as my finances. It doesn't seem fair to me that my children should have to see me struggle every day and be sick, but I've been very blessed to have such patient and understanding children. They are my strength. Although I've only been on the waiting list for 1.5 years, even a year feels like an eternity. The average wait time on the list is 4 to 5 years. Currently, there are over 123,000 people waiting for a life-saving organ. Every day, 22 people die waiting for their organ. And in every 10 minutes, 10 more people are added to the list. Just one person, like you, has the ability to save 8 lives. Every person who registered is choosing to give the gift of life to another person. We need more people to register. As a result of the DMV Donate Life Partnership, my children and I, as well as thousands of other people waiting for an organ, have the hope that at any moment we will receive the call that our organ has been received. I have faith that I will receive the kidney that I need to survive, to be a healthy, energetic mother to my children once again. We anticipate the days where we can spend time together without me being exhausted, in pain, or constantly having to stop and rest. Once again, thank you, DMV, Donate Life, and every single registered donor for caring enough about those of us who would just like to live their life without a fight every day. Your time, your effort, and your kindness means a life of hope for every single one of us. Thank you so much.
Beautiful stories touch my heart. I was talking to Connie and Alfonso before and said, I didn't want to hear their stories, I didn't want to read their stories, I wanted to hear it from them today. And maybe I should have read the stories because I'd have been a little better prepared to fight the welling of my eyes. I want to thank all of you for being here. This is an important program, an important partnership, and it really depends on each Californian to do their part. And so we hope we get the message out that together we can make a difference in each other's lives. And so I want to thank everybody again for getting that message out on behalf of the DMV, on behalf of Donate Life California. That wraps up our news conference. Connie, Alfonso, and Melissa are available for one-on-one interviews if you would like. And also for our Spanish speaking, we also have some Spanish speakers for you as well. So again, thank you for making the time to come today. Thank you for sharing the story. And let's get more donors signed up. So thank you all one more time. Thank you.